Welcome to Behind the DM Screen, the podcast where we discuss the tips, tricks, and pitfalls to running games of Dungeons & Dragons. We are the WorldSmith team. My name is Ian. I'm the head of creative content at WorldSmith.
I'm Matt. I'm the CEO.
I'm Logan. I'm one of the developers.
I'm Cameron. I run our socials.
Today we are doing another... it's not really a ranking game.
No. So we're doing something a little bit different today. I'm going to be listing a random category, so something in a category. So we got spells, subclasses, classes, monsters, magic items.
Great.
I'll name something random, and you guys have to speak when you hear something better
That
than
comes
that.
later. Yeah. So the first one is kind of the one that's like, this is currently the winner, and then when we list the other ones, we have to stay quiet until we hear something that we think is better.
Correct.
And then we speak out about it.
Yes. Any questions, anyone?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I will say the subclass one I may require timeouts.
Here's a book.
Timeouts to are all the subclasses though going to be in this? Because I highly doubt that's the case.
I think there's one, maybe two subclasses, but you know those subclasses.
Okay.
For a
We
fact.
also have the other books behind
One,
you.
sorry, one or
you
two that are not.
overestimate how many of these books I've read.
We'll keep the internet right next
Have
to
you read
us.
any of them?
I've read the Player's Handbook.
Ian, I don't know how you do it. You know so much about D&D and have like not flipped through a single book.
Is it all based on hearsay?
I'm a little
Like,
older.
how do you...
I'm a little older than all of you. We'll just say that. I have been playing this game before I think some of you were born.
Yeah.
Really? I started playing
99 for me.
Yeah, well, I started. I started playing D&D when I was like 8, which would have been 2001.
I was born in 201.
Yeah, so that's when I started playing D&D.
Wow. All right.
You pick up a few things in that time, I guess. Yeah.
That's so insane. Yeah, you started young.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
So I don't really
Yeah.
like. It's like I was DMing games before this book was even printed, which is part of the reason why I've never even looked through it. It's just because it's like I understood at least in my own terms how to run a game without having to. Now I certainly look up rules from it frequently, where I'm like calculating fall damage and like there's like things that I still am like need to brush up on. But no, I've never.
You're a strong counterpoint to Logan, who I think has all of the books memorized. So.
I've read a lot of them, yeah.
Well, it's starting to do a slight disservice to me because I've played a lot of 5e, and so I just have picked up stuff. But now with like the 5e updates, for example, I mean, 2 episodes ago I was saying, man, I wish they would do this with Druid, and you were like, they have. They made those changes already. So I'm behind on a couple things.
We should really do that 2014 versus 2020 podcast.
We should. Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Honestly, it might be multiple.
Yeah.
We should play a game of 4th edition is what we should do.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be super fun.
Infamously the worst. I mean, I feel like they've simplified each edition. With each new edition, it's like the same stuff, but I don't want to say watered down, but like simplified for newer people, more accessible.
4th edition, okay.
Now
we're getting into a real
played,
tangent, but
yeah,
4th edition's like the World of Warcraft version of D&D.
Did they make it complicated?
So no, like trying to almost oversimplify, I think, by being like, here's like your maneuver, like on your turn, you're just picking like, do I want to do, do I want to do, like it felt, from my perspective, I didn't play a lot of it, but it almost felt like too much like a video game of everyone's got a lot of hit points, everyone can do a lot of damage, like everything has a certain amount of charges, like, so I think that from my perspective, 5e is like, it's slightly more complicated than 4th edition in a good way, but it's less complicated than 3rd edition, which was overcomplicated. Like 5e for me is a cleaner 3rd edition, and we should just forget that 4th edition existed.
I think that's the general consensus of the
haven't
internet.
met a single 4th edition player.
We've had requests.
We should find someone
for
who loves 4th edition.
every single edition of D&D on our website, other than 4th.
Yeah, no, it's universally hated. But I would love to find somebody who like loves it. Like if there's anyone out there running 4th ed D&D, reach out to us and tell us about your experience. That'd be fun. Okay, but we're getting off topic. Which one are we doing first?
We are starting with spells. Okay. So I'm going to name a spell, and you are going to speak when you hear a spell better than
the first one.
How many are you going to list?
There's 5.
Well, there's 5 categories.
Well, we don't know how many. He's just gonna keep
You're
going.
just gonna
listing.
keep listing until we find one better. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
All right.
Pull.
Okay, and if I run out, then I'll have to go find some.
That's a long
I've got a
podcast.
player's handbook right here, so you can
Okay.
just start flipping
You run
through.
out, so you just say
Yeah.
what it actually would be.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Name a spell that. Sorry. Let me. Hold on.
Yeah.
Speak when you hear a spell better than fireball, magic missile, misty step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt
I
disagrees.
probably disagree a little bit. Yeah.
All right, let's hear it. Why'd you say yeah?
You can go first. You said it. You spoke first.
Yeah, Misty Step is just like wizards and like spellcasters. Their big thing is, oh man, they're squishy. Misty Step, boom, gets them out of it instantly. Like it makes them almost more, especially if there's any sort of terrain or verticality to any of the terrain. It's almost makes them even safer than most tanks as soon as they can Misty Step, and it's a bonus action, so they're not even using an action to.
It is
Get
a
out of the
leveled
way.
spell, which means they can't cast misty step and another spell in the same turn, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate.
But they could still like chug a potion or use the help action or a hide action if they really need to.
Yeah.
Dash action. Like, and the other thing is any grapples. Misty Step, boom.
That is
out
the
of it.
best part
Oh,
about
that
Misty
is
Step.
good.
Which I once built like a luchador build, and I really had tons of fun with it.
Oh, that sounds really
And
fun.
It's so fun. Where like the whole thing was like grappling and knocking people prone, because like there's this wild mechanic where you're still able to hit people
Sure.
with like two-handed weapons while they're grappled and prone on the ground. But Misty Step has really messed that up for me quite a few times. So yeah.
But you like fireball more.
I do, yeah. I like Fireball more just because of the chaos, man. Like
I do
that-
too. I feel like it's the most iconic D&D
yeah,
spell.
you know, it's like it's not the best spell, but it is one of the most iconic for a reason. Like if I want to cause total chaos in my party, or like have my party to cause total chaos, Fireball's like one of the best ways to go. And it's like
classic.
really fun to watch like a wizard like have the stress on his face of like, do I roll, like do I
Right.
cast Fireball and potentially kill a few of my party?
Yeah.
You
100,
know?
150 foot casting range too.
Is
Yeah,
Misty
it's
Step
very
a
good.
third level spell?
Second.
Second.
Okay.
Second.
So you get it pretty early if you want it, and
Yeah.
like in those lower levels, like if you're third level and you get it, it's totally worth spending one of your level 2 spell slots.
Yeah.
Also, verbal component only. Or
Oh, yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
That's my main reason for loving it, which is the nerdiest little reason to
Yeah.
love it. But you can use
What are the components for Fireball again?
verbal, somatic, and material.
It's like bat guano
A tiny ball of bat guano and sulfur.
Yeah.
But no, but yeah,
Because it's
you,
just
can,
the-
you can't do it if
components
you're
for
you can't do
gunpowder.
it if you're grappled. But if you're grappled, you can.
Yeah,
misty
and it's
step,
like,
or if
all
you're
right, what if
tied
I'm in
up.
jail or something? Like, I don't know.
Plus, bonus action's still cool. I recognize you can't do the 2 actions, but any spell that's a bonus action, I'm like, ooh, that's
Yeah,
very fun
yeah.
because then you can like at least do something else, like
Sure.
because you could even dash. So it's
Yeah.
like you could like misty step, move, and dash,
Run
and
away.
then you can get 90 feet in
Yeah.
one turn if you have like a
That's pretty
base
good.
speed of 30 feet.
That is
It's
my
pretty
other
good.
thing. I feel like 30 feet just isn't enough a lot of the time to like really
That's
get
fair.
away like
Sure.
as I want to. Because there have been a lot of times where like I misty step away and then I still just end up getting taken
chase
down.
you down, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I mean like, I don't know. It's not good enough to beat Fireball for me. Yeah,
That's fair.
my
There's
opinion, yeah.
also one of my players is using it right now. They're wearing heavy armor, but have a strength score of 8. So their
Oh.
movement speed is 20, but it doesn't matter for them because they will.
They
If they
just
really need
misty
to, they
step.
misty step and then dash.
So
That's
there's
cute.
just this guy like
What class are they
waddling
playing?
around.
Cleric.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Does heavy armor not have a strength requirement?
It does.
does.
You
It
just
does.
lose 10 feet of movement
Yeah.
if you don't read it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
you just
know
slow
that.
down. Yeah.
Interesting. Does Misty Step trigger Mage Slayer?
It just says briefly surrounded by silver mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an occupied space. But I think it
Well,
says
Mage Slayer is if you cast a spell on a reaction, you get to attack them.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you have Mage Slayer feet and someone within 5 feet of you casts Misty Step, can you attack them before they teleport? Like what triggers first?
probably. I don't know.
I would probably say
I would
it
probably
does
roll it.
trigger.
I think
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah,
I think and it implies.
And
that.
Especially
Yeah.
since there is
Like-
a component like you can
Mage
tell.
Slayer is so weak. Like
Yeah.
if someone ever actually
Can you
gets
go
it to
find
do
Mage
something,
Slayer? in the feats.
Is it
It's
in
around
here?
page 165.
Woo.
That is crazy.
I looked it up like yesterday.
Who are you, dude?
I looked it up yesterday.
It's on page 168, to be fair.
Yeah, way off.
Alright, when a creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature.
So it's win. So yeah.
You can
attack them.
yeah, it triggers it.
That bumps down Misty Step just a little
Yeah.
bit for me.
Boom.
Okay, but how many times are you gonna Misty Step around someone with a Mage Slayer feat?
I love
Yeah.
Mage Slayer.
That's true.
Yeah, I give all my NPCs
I want
Mage
Mage
Slayer.
Slayer.
All of your
That's a
NPCs.
great
That's
Every kobold.
Yeah, so every kobold.
Just shanking the wizard over and over.
Oh no.
I just want to cast Misty Step.
Oh, that's very funny.
Everybody knows, everybody has to know basic training against anti-mages. You always go for the
That's a really
spellcasters.
funny idea, like to have a cult that's like really hates like any spellcasters, and just
Yeah.
like all of them have a bunch of things like that.
They're
That
all
sounds
fourth
really
level
fun.
NPCs who took Mage Slayer.
And like they can use silence.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the one
Oh,
exception
awful.
to the
Counter
like
spells and silence.
That everybody just has counterspell silence.
dispel
and
magic,
Mage
counterspell silence.
Slayer. They barely have any like strong attacks, but they can just still. That's a great
I
idea.
built a whole, anyways. I built like a whole city in a game I was playing that
Yeah.
like magic was outlawed in the city, and so then all of like the elite guard in the city had all this arcane
I love
equipment
that,
would
yeah.
like it had like dispel things built into it.
Sweet.
And they had attacks that could drain spell slots.
So
So like
cool.
when they hit you,
That's
you would have to take like intelligence saving throws, and then they would like put you in like a befuddlement, and you'd lose
That
spell
is so
slots
mean.
and stuff.
Oh my
and, like,
gosh, yeah.
It was rough. It was rough. But I mean, my whole party was spellcasters, so
Yeah.
it was like I
You
was,
gotta punish them.
eventually
a
I was
little
like,
bit.
all right guys, it's like we're gonna make this a little tough on you.
Yeah.
So are we bringing Misty Step up in your?
No. Misty
Alright,
Step
you're
is
sticking
still
with
there. If
Fireball.
anything, it's solidified.
Fireball is a must for me too. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with you, Matt.
All right.
Okay, so let's
Next
move on
list.
to the next category. Next one is classes. Okay.
This one we already have strong
You
opinions.
already have strong opinions about this. We'll see what you put first.
Yeah. Speak when you hear a class better than rogue.
Oh boy.
Nothing. Just kidding. Top.
Ranger. Druid. Sorcerer. Bard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Logan.
You don't?
Logan
Oh right,
disagrees.
you put.
Yeah, you
did
don't
you
like
put it in
bards.
F
You
or
don't like
something?
bards.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I
Tell
think
us
bards
why.
are just weird.
I don't
Bards
know,
are
man.
weird. No, dude, they're the cool kids.
Bards are cool.
Well, the thing, like, thinking of just like the in-world lore, like it's partly cool in that it's like, oh, you're so talented that you can literally like essentially seduce the universe into doing what you want. But like
That sounds pretty dang cool to me, dude. I don't know what you're saying.
that's the cool part of bards. But the other part of bards is like their spell list is just so weird and like
Their
it's
spell
just-
list is weird, but that's what makes them
Don't
fun.
sell me on it
Yeah.
more, Logan.
Yeah. Also, here's the thing. I think this is a
Seducing
great
the universe,
comparison.
weird spell list?
well, I think it's also more of like anything they do, another class does better.
Yeah, but they're that's the whole idea, you know? It's like
They feel like rogues and clerics had a baby, which I think is a cool combo.
okay.
Literally, one of their skills is called Jack of all trades.
Yeah, jack of all trades. It's like the whole concept behind them. Yeah, they're like master of none, but they're good at everything. So, I don't know. Yeah.
I like bards. I played a bard once, up till like once. Only once.
Only once, really.
I've only played one bard. His name was Steven Sellers, and he
Okay.
went up to level like 14, I think.
Oh, okay, nice.
And I had so much fun playing him.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're so fun to play because
Yeah.
you have to be really fun and creative, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to be the tank. You're not going to be like taking people down in melee. You're not going to be like blasting tons of damage. You just have to have fun with the character. And anyone that's like focused on making the other people having fun just makes the party way better. So bards are definitely better than rogues to me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think like in my thing, it's like yes, they have a lot of support stuff.
Yeah.
But I've also a lot of the ways, especially with some of the subclasses, is like the way to play a bard isn't typically with that supporting stuff. Like it's a lot more about self buffing and self like
That's fair.
Sure.
Yeah.
like, especially like what is it called? sword one, College of
College
Swords.
of Swords, yeah.
Where it's
That
just,
one is,
like,
that you're right
insane.
there.
Like, it can do more attacks than most martial classes at lower levels.
Sure.
Yeah.
If someone takes College of Swords, it's not like the fun
full
supporting
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
My main thing probably against bards is actually the subclasses. Like, I think they're either too weak or too strong.
Interesting.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What do you like lore bard?
I think lore bard is one of the coolest ones, but it also, again, bites into this thing of, like, you get to learn more more spells from any spell list,
Right.
which almost makes it less special. It's like, oh, if you're building around a certain spell, you have to pick a class that can learn it,
Right.
or
Yeah.
bard.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so it's like, it almost makes the special spells that are only learned by one class less special, just because it's like, oh yeah, you could also just get that super cool, super powerful spell that is built like a balanced almost around being only available to one spell, class, but bards also get it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
like
that's
a-
fair.
That's fair.
If you play Pokemon, it's like Sketch. It's like, why is Smeargle a competitive Pokemon?
Yeah.
Is because it can just learn anything.
Yeah.
And that's cool to a sense, but it also is like a bit game breaking in a sense
Yeah.
as well.
Sure.
Could be fun to do that stuff though. You know, like,
Yeah,
I hear you.
Speaking of classes that are fun when they're game breaking, Rogue.
these are great because both of
Yeah.
these classes are extremely game breaking in general.
Yeah.
Like they both like expertise. We've already talked about that. All of the like skill buffs that you get as a rogue, and
still
then
think-
all of the charisma based things that you can just screw over as a bard. They're like very similar in like their ability to break the game. So I think it's a pretty good comparison.
You're never
yeah.
gonna. I'm never gonna say no to a class that starts off with 3 proficiencies in musical instruments of my choice, a
Rogue starts with
rapier,
4.
a diplomat's pack, and a lute. I'm like, yep, that's the guy I'm going to war with. Amen.
Look at the rogues one. They get 4 skills. They can also get if I remember right, they can get a musical instrument or
Sure.
a gaming set.
No, I know that they can, but they don't. They aren't forced to.
Have you guys read Name of the Wind?
Oh yeah, Name of the Wind.
Oh, for
Who's
me,
cooler than Quoth?
No,
dude?
for me
Like,
it's all about flute or flam. Does anybody know what flute or flam is from the Lloyd Alexander books? That's the OG. I need someone in the comments to justify me and say that they've read the book of 3 and Lloyd Alexander's trilogy. Flute or flam is an OG bard.
What do they start
What
with?
does
they get a
flam mean?
Okay, rogues, they also have proficiency in rapiers and short swords. They're proficient in thieves' tools.
But
So
I
that's
don't
the
see a
only
loot.
tool they're proficient in. And then here we go. They can, from their starting equipment, they can choose a rapier, a short sword, short bow and quiver, 20 arrows, or a short sword, a burglar's pack, a dungeoneer's pack, or an explorer's pack, and leather armor, 2 daggers, and thieves' tools.
I don't see a loot.
I could have sworn there was an instrument thing in there, but I must have.
No, I don't
must have
think
been a
so.
background
Later
thing.
on, you might be able to select one depending on subclasses and things like that you pick. But
Oh, but what I was gonna say with Rogue is I think Rogue would be like an amazing class if you gave reliable talent charges. If it was 3 charges a day, maybe even less than.
That's interesting.
that's fair, honestly.
Like
yeah.
I think
wouldn't
it's
mind
actually an amazing class because then it's still like it lets you do like a rogue thing. It lets you still have that rogue idea of, ooh, you get to do that one impossible thing no matter what.
Yeah.
At least a couple times a day.
I dig that.
I don't think I've seen any beef deeper than Logan's beef with reliable talent.
Hey, I'm trying to play Dungeons and Dragons and roll d20s, and so anything that says, by the way, the
You
d20
don't
doesn't
need
matter.
to roll.
No,
a
it's
20.
terrible.
It's
Yeah,
valid.
no,
It's
it's
a
wrong.
valid
I hate reliable talent as well. It's terrible.
And I also, because I like Rogue so much, that it's like
reliable talent.
it's that level of like, oh, I really like this thing, but it has one of my most hated mechanics. So how is it?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to?
Yeah.
There should always
reconcile?
be. There should be a chance of failure in everything. It
Yeah.
brings me back to that thing we talked about, like DMing. Like, do we like it or do we not like it? And we talked about should you have a boss that just has unlimited hit points? And I think the
Right.
consensus at the table was that there should be a chance, like even if it's only a 1% chance, there should be a chance that the party can defeat the boss.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing with a die roll. Anytime you
Yeah.
roll a die, there should be a chance you fail.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why are you rolling the die?
And
If
even
it
like,
doesn't matter.
Most people, even with reliable talent, say a nat 1 does that, but
Right.
it's still. I don't know. Like, there's a reason that like a DC 5 exists.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Right.
actually, in my last session, had a party member where it's like, yeah, the DC's 5, but still you still have to roll, and they rolled a 4.
Right, exactly.
It happens
And
a
it
lot.
was so
Totally.
fun.
I mean, think
Yeah,
about our
totally.
session the other day. It was like I said, you have to roll a 1 to fail, and you rolled a 1.
Yep.
You know, like it just happens. And Yeah, it's part of the beauty
part
of
of
it.
the
No
fun.
talent is reliable.
So bars are better. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah, I think I like bards too more than rogues.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
Outvoted. Yeah.
I have beef
You
with
hate
rogues.
rogues.
I don't like rogues very much. They ruin my games.
Yeah, you don't like rogues as a DM. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we got monsters, actually. Okay. So, speak when you hear a monster better than an owlbear. Goblin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Easily.
Really?
I was actually
Already?
tempted. I was really on
Yeah.
the edge too on this one.
Okay, I wasn't even
Yeah,
close.
100%.
All right,
Right off the
yeah.
bat, let's hear it. Why do you like goblins more than owlbears?
Owlbear conflicts are always going to be extremely straightforward. It's a wild animal, and you have to kill it, or it runs away.
Yeah.
Goblin conflicts, oh baby,
Okay.
you've got charm in there. You can communicate with them.
Sure.
You can trick them. They've got a hierarchy. They have desires. They might be greedy. They might be mischievous. They might have a goblin king. They might have a that's already. I'm like,
like
okay,
it,
there's
yeah.
a goblin camp,
I'm
and who's in
immediately
charge of the
convinced,
goblin
yeah.
camp?
No, you're
What kind of loot do they have on them? The goblin could be stealing an
way
object.
more.
Well,
They've got
and-
like oh my gosh, like there's
You
so
can turn
much you
them
can
into
do.
your pet.
You can turn them into your pet. You can negotiate with them. You can hire them. You can trick them. Like an owlbear is iconic, and the imagery of an owlbear is great. But like you meet an owlbear in the woods, and it's like this is going one of two ways: we're killing this thing, or we're scaring it off, or we're running away. Right? You meet a goblin in the woods, and it's like that's a hook. That's a hook to
Yeah.
a story. That goblin knows something. That goblin has a
Okay.
past. He's part of a situation.
Initially, I was defending owlbear because there hasn't been a single campaign where I have not thrown an owlbear in there, just because it's so it's iconic and
Yeah,
fun.
totally.
But at the same time, there hasn't been a campaign where I haven't thrown goblins at the players multiples of times.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot more fun, typically. Yeah,
Yeah.
like there have been some really iconic D&D moments for me. Like
Sure.
I have Jack Rose, if you're listening, he once did for me the best goblin mating call I've ever heard, like in front of like a big audience.
I love that.
And
That's
I'm pretty sure the
amazing.
girl he liked. So,
That's so funny.
I mean, like goblins just make it better.
Yeah. Well, and I'm a big Warhammer fan as well, and goblins have a lot of lore in Warhammer, but I think that's also part of the reason why I love them is like goblins, like the orcs and goblins in Warhammer are basically the comedic relief of that universe. And so
Yeah.
for me, whenever there's a goblin, I'm always like, they probably have a silly name, they probably have something funny going on with them or a weird thing, and that's just always fun for me.
Well, I think it's also super fun because goblins can be crafty and tricky, but it's also, like you said, it's kind of a bit of a joke kind of a thing. So it's always funny to get one, even if it's a small thing that the players fell for. It's fun to get one up on them with the comedic relief.
Do goblins
Totally.
have any like weird special ability? I actually haven't looked at their stat block in a hot minute because
probably depends on the type
I've been
of
playing
goblin.
for higher level
Yeah.
players for a while and haven't.
It's really not having an index.
They don't have.
It's just alphabetical order, so I think that's why they
that's true.
didn't do the index.
There is an index at the very end, but yeah,
No, it's an alphabetical order by creature type.
yeah, I think that at the very back there is a index with like pages. Oh, there's one in the front too.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm inclined to do a second monster category and make you guys
Yeah,
choose
I
something
kind of
better than
want to
goblins.
do another one.
Yeah.
Sure, we can do
honestly.
is there a better creature than goblin?
Yeah,
we can
let's
just go
keep
from
going.
there.
That'll be kind of exciting.
Oh, there's a whole. I didn't know they have a whole flavors text section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got goblin, like explaining that they are goblinoids. as their own
Here's
thing.
the stat sheet if you want to look.
Oh, cool.
There's nothing
Malicious
like that for
glee.
owlbears.
Oh, nimble escape. I didn't actually know about this ability. The goblin can take the disengage or hide action as a bonus action on each of his turns. Oh, I actually like that a lot.
I didn't realize like rat keepers and wolf riders. Like I've always seen like the wolf riders. Rat keepers though is one thing that I have
It's
not seen
cute.
a whole
It's really
lot.
cute.
Yeah.
Also, 7 hit points. Such a sweet spot.
Such a great,
They have
yeah,
pretty
you know?
high armor though, so it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to hit
Power
them.
cost 15. Yeah.
I've had TPKs at level 1 just because the players.
Oh,
like,
I mean at level 1, yeah.
yeah,
You
they
breathe
don't,
on
they
'em.
can't. Yeah, like
And a
fighting 4 goblins is a
Stealth
death
plus
sentence.
6, scimitar, short bow. Yeah, it's a good stat block.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Okay, you want to do more
Yeah,
monsters?
let's do more
okay, so
monsters.
name a creature better than goblin. Now is what we're doing.
Yes, name a monster better, or speak when you hear a monster better than a goblin.
All right.
Minotaur. Purple worm.
Do you hate purple worms?
No, I just don't know what they
Oh.
are. I mean, I imagine it's a worm that's purple. I think it's like big,
They're
right?
pretty scary.
It's like a big
Yeah,
monster.
Have you seen Trimmers?
No, but I mean I know about it.
Massive purple worm.
Yeah, I think I can picture the illustration in my head.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Big
They're
worm.
like really big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody's saying Dune.
Oh yeah, Dune.
that's true.
Literally the Dune monster. Okay.
Okay.
So Displacer Beast.
Oh.
Wait, this is better than Goblin?
Yeah.
You just convinced me so hard on goblins, dude. Yeah.
I like Displacer
Well, and I
Beast.
also, you talked about interesting things. I just read that the goblin boss has a reaction where if it gets hit with an attack, it can switch with another goblin.
Oh, yeah, just
Like
throw him
switch
away.
positions, which is kind of sick.
So great.
Which is super fun. Yeah.
So great.
Vampire.
Oh,
I'm gonna say yes. Yeah.
yeah, I'll say yes.
Yeah, I'll say yes.
No, it's a no for me still.
Really.
Pull up the vampire.
The concept of a vampire in D&D is very cool. I actually don't love the stat block for vampires.
That's fair.
Like, there's some stuff that's interesting and cool, but like,
Oh, they have 144 hit points.
Yeah.
They're kind of beefy.
I don't know. It doesn't. I've tried to do vampires in games before, and I just feel like it never quite plays out. In
One
the
of my
ways- in the
biggest
ways that I
reasons
hope.
is I love Curse of Strahd so much. That was like one of the
Fair.
first modules I ever ran, and it was so good. It still to this day is
It's
one of the best modules I've ever run.
Yeah.
And it's one of the only I've ever finished too. You know,
Yeah.
like
I think it's the only one I've finished actually.
because it's that good, you know,
Yeah.
like it's a great thing. And I think in a similar way to goblins are very fun, but I feel like when it comes to big arching story arcs and like
Right.
real intrigue for me that lasts more than a few sessions, like vampires are always going to be much better than goblins.
Vampires are very cool.
They have like good enough stats that you can fight them and have it be a hard battle, but also with a big enough like party, like they're also pretty easy to kill.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a similar sweet spot to me with goblins, where like, okay, yeah, like you can one tap a goblin easily. But with vampires, it's like a good middle ground for like a mid-tier level campaign
Right,
kind of
yeah.
boss.
No, there's so
even-
much I love about
yeah.
them.
They make for
Misty
a
Form
very
is
good
cool.
like early game boss fight.
Yeah.
That comes back after because they're hard to kill.
Yeah.
And then a later
They can
game
run
like,
really easily.
Legendary
Yeah.
resistance. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
legendary resistance as a concept. I think it's very good to have.
Right.
Misty
Yeah.
Escape is very cool. That's when they go
Yep.
to 0 hit points. They have to go back to their resting place. They have every turn regeneration unless they're hit by radiant damage or holy water, or
Yeah, I think
which is
they're fun.
cool.
Spider climb.
They have weaknesses, which
Spider
is
climb
fun.
I love spider
I'm happy
climb.
that they have the vampire can enter a residence without invitation from one of the occupants. I'm glad they like have that as an actual written rule, which is fun. No, they're great. They are very cool. They can turn people into thralls, which is fun, or vampire spawns rather. So
Are they better than goblins though, in your opinion? Has reading this swayed you? No?
I like their legendary actions, and they also have lair effects, which is fun.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no. Like, vampires are great. I still think that just the usability
so
of goblins,
iconic, too.
and they're so versatile. Like,
Yeah.
I can just
Yeah.
use them for
That's
so many
valid.
different things in so many different ways.
The other thing, like I was
So-
kind of on edge with it, but I think you're winning me back to goblins because the other thing with it is vampires aren't going to come up until later
It's
in
true.
the game. Like you're almost, no matter how short your like campaign is, for one reason or another, like goblins are going to come up.
Also, like,
Pretty
if a
much
player
every time.
came to me and they were like, could I play as a goblin in a second, I would be like, yes,
Yeah.
100%. If a
Yeah.
player came to me and said, could I play as a vampire, I'd be like, brother, this is going to make the game really difficult. Now, to be fair, that's not what we're
You
discussing
don't
here.
like Asterion? You don't like vampire?
No, it's
Spawn?
cool, but that person now becomes the main character of that story.
Yeah.
Like,
A
it's
little
not.
bit.
It's
It
not
is
gonna
giving
work.
off,
It's
like,
not-
edgy
It's
rogue.
not gonna like work.
Yeah.
Like, it's just gonna cause all these like weird things that is gonna become a whole. Again,
I do like lycanthropy.
no, again,
and
that's
stuff
we're
like
not
that.
we're not
Like,
discussing whether they'd be a good player class. So like
Yeah.
I'm kind of switching the topic here, but
Right.
I just think that like there's a versatility I think to goblins that you don't get with a vampire.
I think
you know, but-
you're right. They are way more versatile, but I really like planning out. Like one of my favorite things as a DM is being like, here's the arc, you
Yeah,
know, and like
yeah,
here's
that's
the
fair.
big thing, and like I don't do that with goblins ever. Like yes, they are a great versatile
fair,
fallback,
fair.
but like I do that with vampires.
Yeah, vampires
So,
are great.
Yeah.
Vampires are very cool.
You might have
They're
to play
probably in my
Baldur's
top
Gate
5
3.
like big bosses.
Yeah, I really need to.
Yeah, the first arc of Baldur's Gate 3 is all goblin stuff.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It is very good. Goblins carry their own arc.
So I'm happy we got to Goblin and Vampire. I'm happy with those two monsters.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Next we have subclasses.
Oh lordy.
Okay, good luck, Ian. Okay. Speak when you hear a subclass better than Moon Druid.
Oh, that's tough, dude.
Right?
Wait, so remind me what a Moon Druid does again.
They turn into animals better than normal
Yeah,
druids.
they're the super wild
Okay,
shape.
great. Thank you.
Lore Bard. Totem Warrior Barbarian.
Wow. You're going for the big hitters already, dude.
Gloomstalker Ranger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know nothing about that subclass.
It's in the player's handbook.
But anybody who chooses to play a Gloomstalker Ranger over a Moon Druid, I'm like, yeah, I'm more excited to see that at the table.
So
I know nothing about the rules involved.
Gloomstalker
Of either
is-
or just of Moon Druid?
Well, I know I more or less understand Moon Druid. I don't understand. I don't know what a Gloomstalker Ranger is,
Gloomstalkers,
but
they are very good at like hiding in the shadows.
okay.
They're the rogue, the ranger rogue.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the sneaky. I don't actually think that they're. Are
Okay,
they?
but I guess when
sure
you
they
say
weren't
better,
the base class.
what are we talking about?
Just which one you like
Yeah,
more.
what do you like more?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If somebody sits down at the table and says, "I'm playing a Gloomstalker Ranger,"
Sure.
I'm 100% more excited about
Yeah.
that than someone sitting at the table and saying, "I'm playing a Moon Druid."
So what I
Yeah.
will say about Gloomstalker is it is the one subclass for Ranger that makes Ranger viable.
Which
And-
is a really nice part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Most Rangers go Gloomstalker for that reason, but most players don't play Ranger.
Yeah.
So it's not an overused class or subclass.
Is it really not in?
no,
I
there's
thi-
so
it's-
few
it's-
subclasses
it's in the
five.
new
This is
edition.
why I said I'm going to be bad at
Oh.
this. Is
Yeah.
because let me remind you that I've only read the player's handbook.
Yeah, Ian, Moon Druids are fun because they can turn into higher CR beasts, and they can
Significantly.
and they
Right,
can do
right.
it more efficiently.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. I've had players play Moon Druids at the table before. I don't know if I've ever had anyone play
I think it's
Gloomstalker
what
Ranger.
half of your CR instead, or no, it's a third instead of a fourth.
No, I think it's a.
No, I think it's just
make-
with levels, right? I
Well,
didn't
no,
realize
it's
it was.
like
isn't
it's-
it a
oh,
third
yeah,
of your CR instead of a fourth?
Oh,
Which
okay.
means in theory you can turn into like.
Is it a third? I thought it might have been half.
I'm pretty sure it's a third.
Yeah, I'll double check real quick.
But then you also get just flat out. I can't remember what level it is, but it just gives you the ability to turn into elementals.
That's cool.
that is one of the coolest parts. Yeah.
It also increases your minimum CR to 1. So at level
Yes.
2 or whenever you get the subclass,
Yeah.
you can immediately start
doing
turning
it,
into like
yeah.
brown bears and stuff, which is super
Oh,
fun.
this is cool. I like the Gloomstalker thing a lot.
Gloomstalkers are really fun.
This
CR
is cool.
equal to their druid level divided by 3. Yeah. so
Because you
you're
got
right.
the Dread
Okay.
Ambusher thing. So you
They're
get
dealing a
you
lot
get
of
a bonus to your
damage.
initiative roll equal to your Wisdom modifier. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And then at the start of your first turn of each combat, your walking speed increases by 10 feet. If you take the attack action on your first turn in combat, you can make one additional weapon attack, and if that attack hits, the target takes an extra 1d8 damage of the weapon's damage type. You also gain dark vision up to 60 feet. While in darkness, you're invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you, which is cool. Iron
That
Mind,
is super cool.
you gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws. If you already have the proficiency, you instead gain proficiency in intelligence or charisma saving throws. And then Stalker's Flurry is very cool in my opinion. Is a very good ability. This is at 11th level, but once on each of your turns, when you miss with a weapon attack, you can make another weapon attack as part of the same action.
Oh, that is very good.
I forgot about that actually. It's super.
Which
nice.
I actually love that from a table perspective,
Right.
because I do feel like when you're playing a martial class, there
If
is
you're 11th
just
level, you know,
there is
like-
just this thing of
Yeah.
like I roll a die and I just hope I didn't roll low, and so then to
Yeah.
have a little bonus thing of like I get to re-roll it, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's essentially more or less giving you advantage once a
Yeah.
turn on a weapon attack, which
Yeah.
I like.
I still think the biggest thing holding it back is it's a ranger subclass.
That's honestly my biggest thing too. Like if I had to pick, I would probably pick Moon Druid over this class when I'm
Sure.
playing it, you know. And yes, as a DM, I think it'd be more fun potentially to have like one of these at the table, but I don't know. If I'm picking, I would pick a Moon Druid or a Rogue.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's fair.
No, I have actually, now that I remember, this has brought back the memory that I have played a Gloomstalker Ranger before. And the extra attacks especially on like the first turn of combat, felt really, really nice.
Especially at early levels.
At level 3.
And if you are using a bow, which is a classic ranger take, there's like a fun thing of like, first turn I get to take 2 bow shots. One of them deals 1d8 damage. I also get a boost to the initiative. Like,
the boost to the initiative is also really nice.
You can end encounters super quick early on.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah, I
like it too.
My friend, the first time I ever DM'd a Gloomstalker Ranger, I didn't know what it was, and I thought my friend was cheating because they were so good at it.
That's
You're
really
like,
cool.
show me your rolls. It's like, there's no way.
That's funny.
I still think I like Moon Druid better though.
I do
that's
too.
fair.
Yeah, I
That's
still
fair.
do.
But that's partly my. I think
Keep
we've
going on the list.
We've had this discussion
Yeah.
before. Bias of like we want druids to turn into animals, and it's
And
really
that's
the
the only
class
one that
lets
really
you
does.
No, true,
yeah.
true.
play out that.
Out of
Yeah.
curiosity, I had 4 more. Do
Let's
you
hear 'em.
think Oathbreaker Paladin would have beat Moon Druid?
Ooh. What's cool? It's the only thing that makes me like paladins.
Yeah. I still don't think
I would
so.
go into
No,
it,
yeah.
We also had Battlemaster Fighter.
That's a great one. I would say
Battlemaster
yes for
fighters are cool.
Battlemaster, yeah.
And then I also had Light Cleric and Wild Magic Sorcerer.
I mean,
Wild Magic
Wild Magic
Sorcerer
Sorcerer is great. I think it's great.
The other one that honestly was
said.
up there too was Barbarian.
The totem, whatever that is,
warrior
totem guardian thing.
Yeah,
Love it.
I
It's very
love
cool.
that one.
Yeah.
And people have so much fun with that. Like, it's like one of those things where you can latch on to one aspect of a personality, and then all of a sudden they're like, "I'm a goat man." You know, it's like it's fun. You know. So,
Okay, yeah, we Moon Druid's on top. It seems like
Moon
for the
Druid on
most
top,
part,
yeah.
but,
I'm cool with it.
Okay, so this last category we have magic items. Now I want to preface this by saying this is not what magic item is the most powerful. So which one do you like the most?
Great.
Okay, so speak when you hear a magic item.
I already know I know the one that's on the list, and I know what I'm gonna say.
Better
Wow.
than Bag of Holding.
Okay.
Okay. Cloak of Billowing. Drift Globe.
What does a drift club do?
It's a floating orb that gives you light, and it just follows you around.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They're fun. Yeah.
Decanter of Endless Water.
Ooh, that one's up there. No.
Robe of Useful Items.
What does that do?
It's like
just
a
got
robe, and you rip
tons.
off patches, and like this patch is a ladder, and something of a ladder, and then this patch is
It's
like...
really
Can you
fun.
put them back on?
No, once they're off, they're off.
The one thing with really useful items is it'd be really nice if it had charges, like
Yeah.
a number that recharge.
I kind of love that it doesn't have recharges,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
it's fun.
how many items does it have on it?
You roll
A-
for
a
it. I
lot,
think it's
yeah.
generally like 12.
And you come up with what they are?
There's a
You
bunch
roll
of
for it.
options.
Fascinating.
Like a D100 table.
I'm learning about all sorts of things.
Yeah. Okay, so no on Robe of Useful Items. How about Flame Tongue? Vorpal Sword?
Ooh, it's in a poem that I love.
I'm gonna say no. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the abilities are, but it goes snicker
you
snack,
can- You
so
get
I
to
like it.
behead creatures on like a nat 20.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the fact that it's about beheading too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cloak of Invisibility.
Nope.
Staff of the Magi.
What is that?
What does that do again?
It's like the most OP item for spellcasters.
Okay.
It gives
I
you a
remember
plus
it, I
3
just-
to like your saving throws, to your attack rolls. You can cast a bunch of spells through
Are
it.
they gonna have individual things in here?
I can find it super
It
fast.
says staffs are on page 140. Is that gonna actually
Yeah.
be where it is,
Is that?
or is it gonna be in here?
It's wherever S is. So
Okay, well here's Sword of Morning, so it should be close to that, right? Staff
Yes.
of the Magi.
Right here.
Okay. Legendary. +2 bonus attack, damage roll. You get a +2 bonus to spell attack rolls. 50 charges. Goodness. It regains 46 +2 expended charges daily. If you expend the last thing.
This is broken, dude. Oh my
While holding a
god.
staff, you have advantage on saving throws against spells. Very good. In addition, you can use your reaction when another creature casts a spell that targets only you. If you do, the staff absorbs the magic of the spell, canceling its effect and gaining a number of charges equal to the absorbed spell's level. Ugh. If it brings the spell, I do like if it brings the staff's total number of charges above 50, the staff explodes. Spells, you can use an action to spend some of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it. Oh goodness. Conjure Elemental, Dispel Magic, Fireball, Flaming Sphere, Ice Storm, Invisibility, Knock, Lightning Bolt, Pass Wall, Plane Shift, Telekinesis, Wall of Fire, or Web. And there's more.
This
You
is
can use
just
an
a
action to break
great-
the staff over your knee or against a solid surface, performing a retributive strike. The staff is destroyed and releases its remaining magic, an explosion that expands to a 30-foot radius sphere centered on it. You have a 50% chance to instantly travel to a random plane of existence, avoiding the explosion. I like that it's 50%. If you fail to avoid the effect, you take force damage equal to 16 times the number of charges in the staff. So potentially like 16 times 40.
It could be a nuke.
Yeah, so it could be like 400.
But it still only goes 30 feet wide in that
damage.
situation?
On a failed save, a creature takes an amount of damage based on how far away it is from the point of origin. This is complicated. So if you're 10 feet away, you take 8 times the number of charges in the staff. 11 to 20 feet, 6 times. It's still so much damage, though. 21 to 30 feet away, 4 times. Yeah. So, I mean, like, even if you're as far away from it as possible, you could theoretically be taking 120 damage.
Magic item. Yeah.
The bag of holding?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Ian loves his bag of holding.
Bag of holding is great.
You choose staff
It's
with the
close.
magic
It's
item?
close. I don't know. That's a really fun magic item.
It's
I
very
think you
fun.
can do tons with that.
It's very
yeah.
fun, but I don't think it's going to make the game more fun in actuality. Like,
Yeah,
a wizard's
it
going
probably
to
just
get
makes
it,
it more
and a
complicated,
wizard's
yeah.
just going to now get... They're not going to break it, generally, unless they
I've
know it's
broken
the end...
one.
Unless they
Really?
basically know it's the end of the campaign or,
Were
like,
you
something
did you
dramatic
die?
like that.
I did that.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Right, so they're not going to break it unless they kind of know it's the end of the campaign, which could be fun, and
Yeah.
you could build it into a fun
It's
one-shot
like my Hail
or
Mary
something.
sacrifice
Which is cool.
moment.
Yeah.
So it's just going to give them advantage on a bunch of things, and it's going to give them the ability to cast more spells, which is cool and helpful, but it's not
Yeah.
actually going to change the dynamic of the game.
Yeah.
So I'd vote no.
Yeah. I'll still say no. Yeah.
Okay, should I keep
Bag of
going?
holding is
Please
great.
keep going.
Yeah. Keep going.
Darren's Instant Fortress.
Okay, hold on. Back to the book.
It's essentially like a small little tower-looking like rook chess piece.
And it makes
I-
it makes
yeah.
a
You
castle, right?
toss it and makes a tower.
I am
still like Bag of
slightly
Holding
familiar
more,
with
yeah.
this. Yeah.
Man. Okay, we have Wish Ring.
That's probably just spells
Yeah.
cast wish, right? Is that what it does?
It's-
yeah, you can cast Wish 3 times.
Yeah.
Or that's true.
I'm still
3
gonna say-
times.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna say no.
Yeah, no, Bag of Holding's
Yeah.
still better.
Okay, the last one I had, I'm trying to remember what it was called because I forgot to write it down, but it was the deck of.
Deck of many
Deck of many
things.
Deck of many
things.
things.
Oh no!
That's gonna be the last one.
I'm gonna say deck
how
of
do
many
we
things.
decide?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah.
Okay, deck of many things. I think is
Because
the
I do
most
think
fun.
that does introduce a lot of chaos and fun,
Sure.
and it will be used in
Yeah.
a fun way.
Yeah,
Okay,
Better
hold
than
on.
a Bag of
I'm
Holding,
rereading
yeah.
it because it's been a minute.
it's hard to
Yeah.
abuse the deck of many things. Also,
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
I would put
It
the deck of many
just-
things above bag of holding.
right. There's a card that just kills you in that deck.
There's a lot of chaotic
You
cards
feel
in
the
that
power.
deck. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one card just like summons a loyal servant, like a knight,
Yeah.
who just like hangs around with you the whole game.
Yeah. Do you know what you could have said that I was hoping you would? A movable rod. If
Yeah,
you
that
had
was
said
my-
that,
Oh, yeah.
nothing is better to me than a movable rod.
I was expecting a movable rod to
That is such a broken magic item, and if you use it well, you can just ruin your DM's
Sure.
life.
That rod has brought up so many questions in my games. I
Yeah.
have no idea how to answer those questions.
I've played in multiple campaigns where
Yeah.
it's like everything's allowed except a movable rod.
Right.
Like every race, every subclass.
What about that the glue, the sovereign
Oh.
glue?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Has
That's a
that
good
ever
one,
been
too.
used in a broken way?
I don't know if it's ever been used in a broken way in any of my campaigns. Just like
Super
typically
glued the
how you'd
BBG's
accept. Yeah.
hand to a wall or something.
Yeah, I think the deck of many things is probably better than Bag of Holding.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's
too.
so fun.
Yeah, so fun.
It can do so much. I mean, so Bag of Holding for me is just like,
It's a staple.
well,
Simplifies
my
the
favorite
game,
my favorite thing about it is, and this is just a weird obsession that like me and my brother and I think a couple other D&D players have, but I love to think about like wizards, probably what wizards are doing all the time in their
Sure.
daily life is just they're essentially like scientists who are just like experimenting with bizarre objects, and the Bag of Holding is just that's everything. Like
the
what
Pokeball of
what
spell
happens when you
components.
turn the Bag of Holding inside out, for example,
Oh my goodness.
Well,
Imagine.
and then wear it on your hand like a glove and like
Yeah.
touch somebody.
Yeah.
Like what happens then? Or like what happens if you shrink yourself into a very small size and go into the Bag of Holding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's just so much for me that's like fascinating about it on just kind of like a magical level,
Sure.
where I'm just like, this is going to lead to players doing bizarro things, thinking about the world in a fascinating way.
Just like drain a lake.
Wondering about how things work.
Yeah.
There's like weird things in it that for me are just like really charming and funny to think about.
Oh, wait, isn't
Which
there
is
a weight
where
limit?
like
500 pounds,
There's
yeah.
Yeah, so you could not drain a lake.
Super
Maybe like
upgraded.
2 inches.
You
of
could drain a
like-
pool.
yeah, but I think there's for me what I love a magic item that kind of like I said with like the staff of the magi. Like I want a magic item that changes the dynamic of how the game is played. Like something where now all of a sudden there's another component of like, ooh, like this is now there's a way to solve problems in a way that I couldn't solve problems before. That's why I was tempted by the cloak thing.
Yeah.
Because again that's like very fun for me. It's
It
like
is very fun.
like to. And then the castle, the Darren's Instant Fortress is very cool, but I kind of dislike magic items that
Trivialize parts of the game.
a little
I have my party had 2 instant fortresses at one point.
yeah.
It was actually very funny. They would like when the party would like have disagreements, they would like split up into when they would have long rest. They wouldn't want to sleep together, and so they'd have 2 fortresses.
That's so
My bigger
funny.
problem with it is more like, maybe I'm just like maybe just a classic fantasy guy, but like I just think I don't love magic items that can create such kind of potentially catastrophic situations that players can kind of use them to then kind of bring in like triviality or comedy into a moment when I think that like the magic
That has
like
happened.
I just think for me within the
Yeah.
world of magic I want magic to kind of have some respect for I don't know like fairness or like the physics or like rules of time. It's
You're
so
a hard magic.
a
kinda
little
guy.
bit like
Yeah.
I had like a campaign where I had like the expanding boat magic item
yeah.
where it's like a suitcase and you can turn it
Folding
into
boat.
a folding boat,
Yeah.
which again like is it's very fun when you use it exactly what it's supposed to be used for. Like you get to a body of water and then you're like, now we have a boat, but it becomes extremely unfun when you're like, I'm in a dungeon surrounded by goblins and now I'm gonna like
just summon a boat. crash a boat.
yeah, and then suddenly it's just like ugh, like, and like for me at least as a DM, like I get it, I can laugh at the table, I can have a good time with the party doing that, but then all of a sudden I'm just like, now is every encounter that I throw at you just gonna turn into like
You
a
dropping
Rick,
a
like a
boat.
Rick and Morty episode, and I'm
Yeah.
just like I don't that's. Unless we go into the game knowing that that's what the game is going to be, then I think I have a hard time being like, oh, I kind of like wanted this to be like a real challenge for you, and now you're like using like weird kind of like meme-y ways to be like, and now we built a fortress in this cottage and it blows up, and now the witch is catapulted into the forest, and I'm a little bit just like, okay, like sure, but like there was a cool,
Looney Tunes.
there was right.
Yeah.
It starts that for me is whereas like a
That's
deck of
valid.
many things. I'm like, no, like this feels like you know what you're getting into. Like
It's heavy.
like
It's
it's what am I
risky
trying to
to-
say?
yeah.
It's like you use the phrase a lot, like it's what's on the tin, which I actually really like. Where it's just kind of like if you're only using the fortress as a fortress and
It's
protecting
cool.
yourself and
Yeah.
sleeping in, I love it. But inevitably, you give an item like that to a player, and they're gonna
They'll
start
find a
thinking
way to
they'll
abuse
find
it.
ways to use it in ways where it's not really used as a fortress, but used as like a
Things where,
weapon.
like,
Yeah.
when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right,
I don't know. You could gimmick the deck of many things. You just like how people weigh Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
You like weigh the cards, see if like it's the death one.
It's great.
You'd have to roll pretty crazy.
Well, it's not even the death one. It's so much better than that, man.
Yeah.
The void. This black card spells disaster. Your soul is drawn from your body and contained in an object in a place of the DM's choice. One or more powerful beings guard the place. While your soul is trapped in this way, your body is incapacitated. A wish spell can't restore your soul, but the spell reveals the location of the object that holds it. You draw no more cards.
So you draw that, and then all of a sudden
You just-
you're in a bottle
you just
surrounded
disappear.
by 5 sphinx.
But it's better than death. It's way better than death. I talk
Yeah.
about this in my DM
Yeah.
tips of find a fate better than death. It's like I think that a lot of times people don't get creative enough with how to kind of punish players for foolishness. And it's like having a player trapped in another plane of existence guarded by a demigod is way more interesting than them dying
Yeah.
because now there's a
Yeah.
quest.
Yeah.
Now the party is motivated to go rescue them probably, and that person can roll up like another character that can go
Temporary.
help
To go
with the
save
quest to go save
themselves.
them. Like
Yeah.
this, and that's what I love about this, like the deck of many things, is it's like it's plot points. It's just plot points.
Yep.
It's just it's going to continue the story forward as opposed to kind
Always
of
an
like breaking the
opportunity to
story.
tell the story.
Yeah,
Honestly,
totally,
Deck
totally.
of the Many Things is probably
The best.
It might even be number 1 on my list
Yeah.
for all magic items.
It's so
like,
fun.
because
Very
it's that
fun.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
That's a great one to end on. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that about wraps it up for us. So, That was fun. Thanks for playing with me, you guys.
This was enjoyable.
This is a really fun.
I learned lots of things. Learned what some subclasses and magic items were. I should do this every week. Maybe I'll learn how to play D&D.
Yeah, study at the end. I got you. Okay.
Thanks for joining us. Let us know where we went wrong in the comments, as I'm sure we have. We will see you next week.
Okay. Bye, guys.
But